Yo, welcome everyone. In this video, I'm gonna show you past week's price action on Bitcoin and utilize Market Monkey so I can showcase this specific software to you and how you can use it to your advantage to enhance your trading. So let's start charting. First of all, the indicators that I'm using is the order book heatmap, which is very useful to visualize resting liquidity on chart. Then I'm using volume bubbles so I can identify areas where big transactions have occurred. And lastly, I'm using a custom indicator that I've made myself called Ultimate Bands, which aggregates major spot exchanges and draws their aggregated depth on the chart. Moving on the left side I got two order books. They aggregate against some of the biggest spot exchanges, and I'm specifically using two order books, one to read microstructure and one to read macrostructure. This specific setup allows me to build my bias for the day. Now lastly, at the bottom, I have bar statistics which show me the changes in delta in the first row and open interest changes in the second row. Abnormality spotted in these two statistics can assist to identify areas of potential reversals. So now that I've shown you my template, let's start with what we've seen in the past week. So let's start with the highs right here. As you can see, there was imbalance between the passive sellers and the passive buyers. This can be identified by my own order book depth indicator with the highlighted sections that you can see on the chart. I was waiting for price to get near this nearly $50 million ask wall that was waiting at 75k price level. This would be my area of invalidation and any stops would have been placed above this level. The trigger for the short here was this 75 million order that got executed almost perfectly at the high, signaling to me that it's time to start building a short position. From this point on, I started placing my shorts again with invalidation above this area right here. And as you can see, price perfectly reversed following a steep downfall. From this point on, any areas with big transactions and passive buyers showing up on the books would lead me to start taking profits. Next area of interest was price getting close to the passive limit bids near 65k. Again, if we zoom in on the chart, you can see the amount of transactions that happened within that low when price was near the huge bid wall. And zooming in further, we can see from the bar statistics that I have that in this low we generated a significant amount of negative delta alongside a significant amount of negative open interest. This leads to the assumptions that a lot of longs have been closed within this low, with a great majority of them probably liquidated. After longs were stopped in this low, price reversed and started going upwards. Since yesterday, price got close to another ask wall, this time a lot smaller than the previous one that we had, but with the order books displaying perfectly the imbalance between the asks and the bids on that specific level, where asks were almost double the bids, and another big transaction happening almost perfectly at the top of the candle. We've executed a short position with invalidation above the passive ask wall. Our current thesis is that since the books have been more balanced, we are expecting some sideways price action, but there's a lot of liquidity that got removed from current price, making it easier to see another quick downfall. Either way, I'm planning to hold my short until I see changes in the book that indicate to me that bulls are stepping in again, or price starts stressing the 66 to 67k price range. I hope you found this guide useful, and if you want to try out Market Monkey for yourself, you will find the link in the description, alongside our own website, which features a plethora of great software that you can utilize to improve your trading. Hope to see you on the next one.